I can tell you what's going to happen in the Falcons game.
Okay, yeah.
So we're running that 2 deep safeties. Those 2 deep safeties. You have Smith and Harris just back as far back as possible. You know what the Falcons are going to do? They're going to go dink, dunk,
I don't even think
dunk.
they're going to have Julio on Sunday.
Even if they don't have Julio, they still have
Or
Calvin
Ridley. They might not have him either.
If they don't have either, maybe we got a chance. But I honestly think, Vegas set the line at about 2.5 in our favor. I would say probably the Falcons are going to win the game outright.
Really?
The only reason I think that is because we can't run that defense every single week and expect a team that's seen what the Saints do every year. They see it against them, and they have to run something similar. So, obviously we're expecting Matt Ryan and this trio of wide receivers, Gage included. Gage has been great this year. You throw it over the top.
It's -4 now, by the way, for the Vikings.
Yeah, I would think you'd throw it over the top, right? That's your first instinct. I think no chance they throw it deep. I think it's slant. I think it's Saints offense.
If we're
and their head coach GM just got fired. You saw it in Houston last week. You come out and you take a win the next week because your team's reinvigorated. It's like hockey a little bit. Hockey after a new coach, everybody's playing for their job because they don't know if you're the new coach's guy. So they got to prove themselves to get that next contract.
I can't see a way where you barely lose to Seattle, who is, I guess, the second team in this conference, which is sad to say because this conference is terrible this year, off of the last couple years how the NFC has been. How you lose to them by a couple points and you think, if Atlanta's for sure going to go into Minnesota and win. I just don't see how that makes any sense.
So this is my thought on it, though.
Because they're similar teams, minus the fact Russell Wilson is more mobile and a better thrower than Matt Ryan.
Yeah, but I also think that the preparation going into a primetime game, we had all the questions.
We've seen how Minnesota's been in primetime games, though. They don't win.
And that's part of it, though. I think that they put more pressure onto the offense. The offense performed. The defense performed.
So there's less pressure on the offense, which means our offense is going to be better on Sunday.
Yes, but I would have thought the exact same thing when the Bills came to town a few years ago.
Yeah,
I know I can single that out whenever I want, but I'm not going.
That's cheap too because it's a different team now too. It's a lot younger team, and a lot of those guys probably don't even care about that game.
I'm just saying against the throwing team, throw heavy. Obviously, they like to get Russell Wilson moving. They like to get him in play action. They weren't able to do that against our defense until the second half when they just kind of torched us.
Well, I mean, they got lucky, too, by 2 turnovers.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying, overall, I honestly think for some reason my gut's just telling me that the Falcons are going to come in and take this game. And, I would love the Vikings to come out, be 2-4, go into the next week.
They have a bye.
Okay, even better. Go into next week, prepare for week 8.
Well, and there's no Dalvin this Sunday, too. So
that's another part.
Yeah. All right.
We really expect Alexander Madison to keep rolling?
I kind of do. I like Alexander Madison.
I saw him. He's projected to get 15 points in my fantasy league. I'm like, what are we talking about?
He might. He had a lot of those yards on rushing against Seattle.
But I think that nobody thought that they were still going to run the ball at that point. If you're Seattle, and I think.
What do you mean? They were winning.
No, I know, but they weren't winning at the end of the game. For the long part of the second half, we weren't winning. They came out and went boom, 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 and they had the lead.
Well, yeah, but we were only down 2, so you think we're going to just stop running the ball because we're down 2 points?
No, I don't think we're going to stop running the ball.
We're down a touchdown.
Without one of the best running backs in the league, most teams would think, hey, they're going to start throwing
not
the ball.
NFL teams are smart enough to realize that. I think we're talking Vikings, hypothetically, but I think most NFL teams that play the Vikings know that they're not going to stop running the ball until they're down 2 scores or more.
Yeah.
They're down 13-21. They're going to keep running the ball because it's been working. They're down 19-21. They're still going to run the ball. And that's what happened all game.